So we've been travelling a fair bit recently, working with players of all levels to improve their game.
Yeah, and today we're going to talk about the one tactical change that will make the biggest impact to your game, regardless of your level.
When we talk to the players, they know that they need to take the net. And what they often find in games is that they try and take the net and they end up in this zone, this no man's land, in front of the service line. The ball ends up by their feet or they've created gaps.
Yeah, players need to understand the risk-free way of them and their partner coming to net.
And once we show this, they always say to us, oh, it's so easy. So that's what we're going to talk about today, an easy, risk-free way to take your net position.
So fundamental to this is the understanding from the players at the back of the court. They're not trying to win the point. Their goal from the back of the court is just to get to net, and that in itself can help players understand this concept we're going to talk about.
And it's a mindset, isn't it? It's players at the back here trying to hit through and thinking that they're going to hit winners or win the point from the back. But if you change your mindset, your only job from the back of the court is to get to the front, then that already is something that will help.
Once players have made that shift in their understanding, it's really important that you and your partner make that shift together. Then you can start using the lob to take the net, but it's really important that you use it at the right time.
Yeah, the lob is the best way to take the net, but if you're scrabbling back and in a position here and you try and play a lob, there's two problems with that. A, probably you're not going to hit such a great lob, and B, you can't, or it's very difficult to then immediately take the net after that shot. And players at the moment are trying to play a lob and take the net on too difficult a ball. So this tactic we're talking about today has come off the back of a clinic that we've just done in Portugal, where and our paddle holidays are great, aren't they? Because you get to spend 3 or 4 days with players and we can really transform their game over that time.
Yeah, and for more information on our events, go to thepadelschool.com/events, and we'll also put some notes in the description as well. So we know that the lob is an important shot for us to use to take the net, but we also know we have to use it at the right time. When is the right time to use the lob?
The tactic that we are proposing for players to start implementing is to lob on this ball that's easier, the ball that is shorter up the court, it's easier. And what we find, most players, they run up to that ball and they try and hit through their opponents. And there's a couple of problems with that. One, they are midway up the court, and if their opponent blocks that, then they're really in trouble. But also, for your partner, if I run up the court and hit a fast ball and you're my partner at the back of the court, you don't have time to join me at net. And so what we're suggesting is that this short, easy ball, I could just pop it over the opponent's head, because it's going to be more likely I hit a good lob, and it gives both of us time to get to net.
Once you and your partner understand that this shot should be a lob, you then have to make the decision of, is it good enough and it goes over their head and you and your partner come up, or if it's not good enough, you come back. But either way, you have time. Yeah,
I mean, the beauty of this is that if you hit a lob from here, you can see if they're going to hit an overhead or if it goes over them. So you can then react accordingly moving forward and back. And one thing that we've done to almost to supplement this tactic with the players that we've just done on this last trip is to say, right, to create this easy ball, let's use the Chiquita. And this is really where the Chiquita is very valuable, in that you can play a nice ball down to the feet of the opponent, you get this short ball, and then that's the one you use for the lob. Yes, there are times when you can hit a Chiquita and you can go all the way in, but again, it goes back to, can you and your partner do that as well? So our tactic here, our suggestion is use the Chiquita or a good shot to get the easy ball. You get the easy ball, hit a good lob, and if it is a good lob, in you go together. So one thing we do with our membership community is we suggest a tactic and we say go and implement it, and let us know in the comments how they got on with it. So let's try that with this YouTube video. Let us know down in the comments if you tried to implement this idea of hitting the lob off this easy ball and how you found it went with your game.
Yeah, and up here we're going to have a link to thepadelschool.com where you can find that membership community. And down here we're going to put an intermediate match analysis so you can see if the players in that analysis are using this tactic as well.